Hey everyone, it's Disappointed Giant, and I'm right where you left me at the end of last video. So I'm recording this, where are we? Sunday, December 8th. So I'm recording this early Sunday morning. You can probably tell my voice is still a little, I haven't acclimated yet, but my last video, I think I'm going to put these two out together. So the survival video that I played, I recorded that last night, watched some of it, went to bed, woke up this morning, and was hungry for victory. So I decided, let me give this a shot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this a little bit differently than I have the past few videos. I've kind of been, going into a bunch of commentary, slowing down, sort of doing things here and there. My goal today is to get a win, and I am not going to slow down for it. So basically the vibe, so I'm going to take a tactics build. I'm going to start immediately building towards damage. So some of the stuff we might be looking at, depending on how things go, might be like point blank, support, acrobatic pack if I can find something good to toss in the backpack. We're going to be rolling with electrodynamics, and I'm just going to fly through this as best I can, again with the intention to showcase some good gameplay and get ourselves a win. I thought the video that the survival video, I thought that was actually pretty good. Like I mentioned at the end of that, there was a lot of good gameplay, some really interesting stuff that happened, but the way that it ended wasn't great. So in the effort to close the circle, in the effort to provide you folks with acceptable gameplay, we're getting right back into it. So I think what I'm going to do, instead of spacing things out, I may just put both of those videos out together as like a pair, right? So that way you can watch the first video if you're interested, or if you've already seen the first video and you've made it here, you will understand. You will understand why I am hungry for victory. So I'm so hungry for victory, I haven't even had breakfast yet. How's that, right? So just getting after it. So, all right, quick look at the level generation. So I hit the sewers exit. There is going to be a pathway on the other side of the shop that's going to take me towards the promenade. So I think I only picked up one. Yeah, I only grabbed one scroll so far. So I'm going to grab that second scroll. Going to pop it into tactics. And we're just gonna mosey, baby. I realized, so I watched some of the video that I recorded last night. I watched maybe half of it through the, what would you call it, the Concierge fight. And I've noticed that there are certain sayings that I have that just kind of come out. I'm not really planning on saying these things. One of the things I said is, I say it a lot. I say, let's mosey. So basically meaning like, hey, let's take our time and go down here and sort of see what's there. I don't know where this other one came from, but I say like baby. So I just said, let's mosey, baby. No idea where that came from. That is not, it's not usually the way I talk, but I don't know. I feel like live commentary just might be pulling a different side of me out. All right. So what am I going to do here? So I'm going to check this path just to see if there's anything good down here. Already got 2 scrolls. I have 2 stats in another color. So we're going into the next level at 133. So we're perfect. So there was a caveat there. I was going to say, unless we find a challenge rift, because I left a double tactics scroll on the map. So, all right. So what do we got here? So roll tactics, and then here, I think this is going to give me more HP. Yeah. So I'm going to take the spread amulet, get a little bit more HP, so that way when I hit a trap, I will have a higher HP pool for it. But you can see early on, I feel like the trap damage is not bad right now. So what are we looking at here? It's like, yeah, we're looking at like 7 or 8%, so not too bad. So we're good. Even though I'm not going to take Arboretum, I went that way just in case there was a challenge rift. You seem to I seem to find them there quite often. So even if I'm not taking the Arboretum route, I do like to roll that way just in case. And I'm glad I did it. So we're actually gonna be leaving here with one. Oh, and we get a double damage E-whip. This is glorious. We are in great shape. So we're leaving here with what, 6? Yeah, 161 double damage E-whip. Not stopping for anyone. What's down here? That's it. All right. So we're in good shape. So I'm just gonna grab this other piece of food here. What am I at? 92? Yeah. So we got low malaise. I'm gonna take this piece of food. I'm gonna recycle this amulet. And I'm going to go sewers. So my plan today is to go the highest, what do you call it? Highest scroll count route. So my plan, so I'm going to go sewers, corrupted prison, ancient sewers. If I end up losing a flask or two sometime between the sewers and the prison, I'm actually going to take Ramparts instead because there's a food shop there. Then we're going to hit up Conjunct. And then my plan is to do Sanctuary, Cavern or Sepulcher. Forgotten Sepulcher is going to be faster. Cavern's going to have more scroll counts. But either way, I'm going to hit that giant. And then if we have a high scroll count, I'm going to go straight to Throne Room. If we have a moderate scroll count, going to go high peak. And then we're going to make our way through to the end of the game. So that's the plan. And what I'm going to do here, I might grab this ice armor just for a little bit of extra cushion, right? Because I'm going to be doing my best to sort of zip around and fly through this level, and just having the additional protection just in case something happens, I think is going to be helpful. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're in, whatever time you're watching this, hope you're having a good day. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're looking forward to some decent gameplay. God forbid, right? Or I should say, God willing. All right, so where are we here? I'm not gonna use this. I'm just gonna unlock this. Again, getting as many items in the pool as possible. I don't think I'm gonna re-roll much here. Not touching this. If I can get bonus to electrified targets, perfect. We're good. And the first mutation I'm going to grab Point Blank. So this is going to do 35% additional damage for close range attacks. The distance for Point Blank, I think, is 2 or 3 tiles. So here's 1 tile, here's 2 tiles. So if you're within this general range and the enemy's like where the wall is, that's where you're going to get the bonus damage. Any further away and you're not. So very fortunate, very grateful to have grabbed that or found that double damage E-whip in the sewers. There's all kinds of stuff flying around. There's rats everywhere. So look at this, yeah. So just having that option to be able to not only take enemies out quickly, but to be able to take them out at different heights, So like these guys, get the buzz cutters are up top. We're going to see a scorpion pop out of here, probably. I think there's maybe right here. No. But just having enemies at different planes in the sewers, the E-whip does great work here. Look, it's beautiful. The other thing that the E-whip does, in addition to having decent damage, great damage if you get yourself a double E-whip or a double damage E-whip, is it gives shock damage to enemies. So that's that little lightning bolt. I'm also getting it here from the electrodynamics, which is great. And what that does is that it does a small amount of damage over time, but enemies that are shocked together will share damage. So you'll see like little lightning bolts kind of coming through enemies. Like you can see it a little bit there. If you watch my other video from last night, you would have seen it with the elite slashers that I'm going to keep the toxic. The elite slashers that I fought in I think it was in Prison Depths. But yeah, the DOT, the shocks, just the lightning's going to go back and forth between the enemies. Again, it's doing good damage in general, but this Double damage E-Whip is one of my favorite things to grab. If you find a quad damage E-Whip, oh, you're good. Take disengagement, take astronomy just in case, but you're good. And speaking of quad damage E-Whips, I meant to mention this in the video I recorded yesterday, but Nano Tyrannus, who is a great speedrunner, we got Scythe Claws here. Yesterday they ended up posting a video of, I think it was the world's first sub 9 minute glitchless fresh file Dead Cell speedrun, which is insane. So there's, over the years, there's been like a lot of interesting tech, if you follow that, as far as, you know, using light speed to kind of zip through and glitch out areas. Well, glitch out isn't the right word, but just to sort of skip areas, skip Hand of the King, stuff like that. But there is none of that tech is in this video. It's just straight up great gameplay, amazing movement, in a, I think Nano called it a milestone world record, which means that this is the first time that was done sub 9. So whenever you break a barrier, or I should say whenever someone breaks a barrier like that in a speedrunning kind of category, it's a big deal. So huge congrats to Nano. I'm going to link that video down in the description. I think the total time, I don't know, it might be like a 13 minutes total or 12 minutes total or something like that, whatever it is. Highly recommend checking it out if you're interested in speedrunning, or if you're interested in just seeing how one of the best Dead Cells players, best speedrunners in the world right now plays their games. Super good. But what was, in addition to just being a really great run, really enjoyable, and like I said, you know, milestone achievement, Nano got a quad damage E-Whip in the 2-minute door in Promenade. So right off the bat, Corrupted Prisons is cursed. Right off the bat, he got a great item. And it's interesting because, you know, sometimes, or I don't know a ton about Dead Cell speedruns, but my understanding is you generally will take Brutality, take Vengeance, support, stuff like that to beef up your damage, and then you just try to get through the beginning of the game as quickly as possible. So Nano started with Brutality, got that quad damage E-Whip, and then pivoted to Tactics, and still, even though 2 scrolls were in a different color, it made little difference. So world record got shredded, and great run, and great damage from that E-Whip. So I was not fortunate enough to get a quad damage E-Whip, but I'll take double damage. Especially like I've mentioned a few times before, I feel like the beginnings of runs are just a little slow. Damage, as far as damage goes, I feel like, you know, there's a little bit more danger, lower HP, stuff like that. So any sort of DPS boost that you can get early on is definitely going to be helpful. And for me, we're looking at a quad damage E-Whip. Excuse me, double damage E-Whip. See, I'm wishful thinking, right? Wishful thinking. All right, so we're good. I don't even know. Did I go through the 1 BC door yet? I did. I got the treasure chest down there. All right. So we're set. Good. Is there a teleporter over here? There is. All right, so what did I miss? So I missed a couple enemies on the other side of the map. I am going to go back and grab them. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference because they are, sorry, yeah, they're not starred enemies. So they'll probably just have gold, maybe a couple cells, but I want to go for those full clears. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, there we go. Just get a couple extra cells here. And that's good. All right, ready to roll. Into the cursed corrupted prison we go. So I have some options here as far as mutations. So what I wanted to take was velocity, because that will keep me moving quickly through biome. So this will hopefully be a even shorter run than anticipated. But because Corrupted Prison is cursed, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Damn Vigor again. Going to roll with that through Corrupted Prison just in case something happens. And then after that, I'm planning on rolling it off. So We're good. Not touching anything here. Take Damn Vigor. And we'll make our way through the cursed biome. I used to think of these biomes as quote unquote cursed like a while ago because, you know, obviously starts off with the curse and give you an extra scroll, and they're, you know, pretty important for routes, you know, especially in higher BCs. But now that when they're actually cursed, it's like a completely different story. All right. So just gonna pop my ice armor here. As you can see, I'm playing slightly reckless, just trying to make our way through here. But should be clearing this curse without any problems. Sore Loser's gonna give me a couple curse. That's fine. You know, I'm gonna take this slammer out before it has a chance to do any damage, and then there should be a rat or something down here. We're good. Oh, another Sore Loser. That's really funny. Anything up here? No. So we got ourselves an Inquisitor. All right, we're good. We're good. Perfect. So if anybody wants to know why I love playing tactics so much, this is what we're looking at here. We're looking at fast gameplay. We're looking at good damage. All right, let me do this again here. There should be a rat coming up. Perfect. Yeah, so fast gameplay, good damage, great mutations. These runs go by pretty quick. So I'm not looking to switch out my E-Whip. What I am looking for is a possible Acrobata Pack item. So this might be good to toss in the backpack. I'm actually going to leave... I don't even know if it's going to matter, honestly, because the E-Whip's doing so much damage so quickly that the Boomerang probably wouldn't even have time to hit. Laser Glaive might be good for backpack, but let's just keep on rolling and see what pops up. We're gonna get two choices of additional items at the end of this biome, so I'm wondering if there's gonna be something in there that we can utilize for free instead of having to buy something. Yeah, we'll take the extra health. Lose the jump, take the health, but we still have one jump just in case. And we got ourselves a legendary. So this is the second legendary of the run. We're already. So we had legendary Scythe at the beginning. Oh my God, the directional attack on this is so good. Got that legendary Scythe at the beginning, and now let's see what we got here for number 2. Swift Sword. Ah, man, I love Swift Sword. I love it a lot, but I'm gonna stick with what we got. I was thinking about putting that in the backpack and maybe going melee for a biome or two, just for the speed and for the crits and everything. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. There we go. For the speed and the crits and all that, but I think this is staying with what we got is going to be more beneficial. So I mentioned in the last video, the survival video, that the paths of those skulls are, I think I said erratic was the word I used. The hitbox is also a little funky on them. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but I went to parry it and it didn't actually do anything. It just kind of went through my shield, so be wary of that. Oh, I just got tagged by it. That's really funny. So be wary of that just in case you're... Oh, I got tagged twice. So this is why I don't love curse biomes. They just... You don't even realize what's going on, and you're picking up curses just because there are enemies nearby. Oh my goodness. Ancient Sewers and Ramparts are both... Oh my God, they're both cursed. Why? Oh man, that's a huge bummer. I'm going to throw that in the backpack. Oh, that's such a disappointment. Such a bummer. So I think what I'm going to do... I can't pop my head off here. So we have a decision to make. So like I said, I was going to go Ancient Sewers. Unless I ended up needing a health pot. But... Ramparts is cursed too. So they're both cursed. So I just do Drax Cat. No, I'm gonna do Ramparts. We're gonna do it. So I would have preferred to do Ancient Sewers for the higher. I think there's an extra scroll fragment or something in there. The reason why we're taking Ramparts is I feel like it was the lesser of the two evils. There are no traps here, so basically, unlike Ancient Sewers, there's no poison, there's no spikes, there's no ball and chain traps or anything like that, so it's going to be easier to maneuver. And also, in the event that I get cursed and I need to leave, I can fight Concierge instead of Conjunct. I'm going to grab No Mercy here. Sort of like I mentioned in the last video, we're going to be doing some decent DOT between shock damage and electrodynamics, so No Mercy is going to be pretty decent. So in the event that I do get cursed before I make it to the boss and I have to carry a curse with me, I will have the option of taking Concierge instead, since he's a little bit, my opinion, a little bit easier to manage than Conjunct, especially with the tentacles and a little bit of a buggy first phase in case something, in case I trap her or anything like that, you know? All right, so what are we at here? Already at 11 scrolls, pretty decent, we're good. All right, already got cursed again, not decent. Uh-oh. Yes, yes, damn vigor, yes! Forgot I had ice armor. Yes! That's why I take that mutation. Oh man, that could have been unfortunate, but we're good. Oh man. Wow. That was lovely. Toss that. So what I'm doing for my backpack is I'm not going to be using Acrobata Pack. I'm just using that for an extra slot, just in case I decide to choose, or maybe going into Concierge, it's going to be better to use the Sonic Carbine instead. I'm going to heal right here. I have more than enough for potion, so I'm not going to risk trying to find food. We're just gonna heal early, grab a potion before we leave. Try to avoid more curses, right? All right, so we're good. See, here it is. Just gonna make sure, kind of dance around it, make sure it doesn't tag you. And we'll keep. Another thing I say, one of these sayings that I have that I don't do intentionally is I think it's keep on rolling. There we go. I just got a curse I didn't expect. Where the hell did that come from? Oh man, curse biomes are something else. I'll tell you, they are something. All right, so three BC doors, the conjunct door. Just going to take a peek here. I'm not going to buy anything. There's a chance that this shop could be mimicked. What was double damage? Did I see something that was double damage? No. I'm seeing things. So there's a chance that this shop will be mimicked. So if I buy something, or even if I go to look at the item description, the mimic will come to life, which I don't want. All right, and there's nothing here I want anyways. All right, and we have a triple stat necklace, so that's beautiful. So unless I end up finding a quad damage necklace either in, which is going to be pretty rare. If I find a quad tactics necklace either in cavern, or if I go giant and I get a flawless, it might be in that door, or maybe it's the door to the cavern. I forget which door has the level 12 and the 4 stat necklace. This is the best I'm going to do. So I got 3 stats, got an extra jump for maneuverability and for possible challenge rifts. So we're in great shape. Great shape. So the other thing I noticed too, so both of the deaths in that video, the survival video, they both came almost immediately after me saying something about having a good run. So the first death that happened in the promenade, I was talking about gastronomy, and I was like, this will help me be more successful so I can heal and last longer. And then I immediately died. And then that's so funny that just happened too. And then when I was trying to finish that survival run, same thing. I was talking about how I'm like, hey, you know, this is good. Looking forward to getting a win. And then I immediately got trounced. So, all right, so I'm going to get rid of him. Use the shock damage there. That's great. Got ourselves some extra food. We're good. Perfect. All right. So in the event that I do end up taking another big hit and I don't want to heal, I can just grab a large food from the food shop. It's 4,000 bucks, so not too bad. But again, if I need to use another heal, that's totally fine. I would rather use them early and be able to build them back than be in a situation where I should have healed and I didn't. So we're good. All right. So we'll get 14. It's not bad. Because I think there's going to be 1 or 2 more scrolls. 1, 2. Oh, yeah. So we have two more on color, 1 off color. So we're going to be leaving here with 16, which is great. Yeah, so we're leaving here with 16 and a double damage E-Whip. So I feel pretty good about that. So I think what I would like is I'd like to go Conjunct. I'd like to go Graveyard. And I would like to get a Wolf Trap, but I don't think, yeah, so that the shop was a weapons shop, so I'm actually not going to be able to get a Wolf Trap, so I'm going to keep the Ice Armor. Unless we get lucky and something else pops out, but I think this might be the build that we take into the boss. Right. Good. I mean, the other thing I could do too, so if I wanted to play a little bit faster and a little bit safer, I could go Concierge into Stilt Village, because this E-Whip would be fantastic in Stilt Village. It would take everything out really quickly, so that would be like a fast biome. Lower scroll count, which goes against, you know, what I originally said I wanted to do, but it would be a faster run. So I'm gonna think about that as I finish clearing these enemies out. All right, what do we got? This is it. Eat. Watch out for the spikes. What do I want to do? Let me grab that one more enemy here. Again, it's probably, just like in the sewers, it's probably not going to be anything special, but I would like to have a full clear, just in case. You never know. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Concierge. So I'm going to go faster route. So there is a food shop in Stilt Village, so in case something goes awry, I'll be able to pick up another flask and some food there if I need it, but yeah, Conjunct would have had higher scroll count, Graveyard would have had higher scroll count, but the boss fight is longer, and let's see, what are we doing here? Boss fight's longer and the levels are longer, so what do I want to do here? So as far as mutations, I'm going to keep Point Blank. I'm going to take Disengagement. And now I get 2 options here. So I'm going to find an area where I can empty my backpack. So looking at the damage here, so the Sonic Carbine is probably going to do a little bit more damage than the E-Whip overall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to backpack the E-Whip. I'm going to take the Carbine into the fight. And we're going to take Barb Tips. So my strategy here, I'm going to unload all my ammo into Concierge. He'll take some DOT from the Barb Tips as well as the Toxic Cloud that the shots explode into. So he'll end up taking damage during his shield phases too. And then since I have a shield, I'm going to parry him to get all my arrows back like this. Right, so we're good. Get all the arrows back. Repeat. Ice Armor just in case. Right. Should have face change. Yep, here we go. I'm going to allow him. There we go. So this is what I was talking about in that other video. Allow him to kind of come to you a little bit. without attacking, because sometimes he will do 2 auras like that, or sometimes the damage will kick him into his second phase like that, and you just get trapped in the corner. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to chill, let him jump, continue damage, right? Now here's where things get a little bit faster. Okay, we're good. He's going to jump, parry, ice armor, just in case. All right, aura coming up. No? There it is. All right. Again, just slow pacing here. Letting Concierge kind of dictate the speed of the fight. So that way I can maneuver the best I can, attack in the windows where it's going to be most beneficial without getting trapped in the corner. And we got ourselves a win. So, good shape here. All right. So let's see what we got. Let's see what we got for the legendary. I love legendary. So this will be the 3rd legendary that we've seen. So we had the Scythe Claw drop in the 1st or 2nd biome, whatever it was. We have got the Swift Sword, and now here, Morning Star. Morning Star is actually really cool. It's I'm not taking it, but it's a very interesting weapon where you hold the attack button down and you can move the move the ball and chain around, or you can just do this and do some pretty good damage with it. So I do like it, but it's not gonna do us any good here. All right. So I am going to change mutations. So let's see. I'm not going to be using the Sonic Carbine here. So Barb Tips isn't going to do anything. I am going to grab Disengagement first. We'll take Point Blank. And then for the last mutation, I'm thinking... I think Networking is going to be great. So enemies hit with a range attack are marked, and they share 75% of the damage with other enemies that are marked. But also the E-Whip does shock damage, which shares damage anyway. So we're going to be getting a little extra bit there. We're good. What are we at? 32 minutes. Perfect. Perfect. So in my first video, I just beat Concierge at twice the time that we're at here. So we're doing good. This is lovely. All right. Again, gonna do a full clear here, even though it may not be necessary. You never know. You never know what an enemy's gonna drop. You never know when you're gonna go into a side room and see a challenge rift, or maybe a piece of food in the floor, or something like that. So I'm gonna do full clears. You know, if you're at a point where you're struggling a bit to finish runs, and you know you would prefer to not do full clears, totally fine, right? So as long as you're grabbing all the scrolls, and as long as you're killing some of the enemies, like you're in good shape. So if you are finding that full clears are presenting a challenge for you, then just don't do them. Again, you know, you're going to get more money, you'll get more cells. But if you'd rather just grab food out of a food shop and run to the next biome after you get all the scrolls, then there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You don't need to do what I'm doing here. Again, this is just more for me to make sure that I'm covering all my bases, getting as many resources as I can. All right. I love War Javelin, and I especially love it in the backpack, but I don't want enemies to get knocked away from me. I want to keep them close for point blank. So my other goal here is I'm hoping that I can find another E-Whip of a higher quality. I would love to get a 8 or 9, whatever stat we're at here, get like an 8 or 9 double damage E-Whip. That would be fantastic, but if it doesn't happen, that's totally fine. I just think that going into Sepulcher, even though it has double damage going in there with the level 4, you might start to see it kind of drop off. So I'm starting to think about other options here, as far as what else I could put in the builds. And there's not much. I could throw Magic Bow in the backpack. That might be fun. Something to think about, but we'll see. And like I mentioned, you know, in that other video, you don't really want to take level 4 items past the first couple biomes. But since the caveat, I should have said this, I didn't think of it at the time. The caveat here is that if you have a double damage item, as you can see from the amount of great damage I'm getting here, you can hang with that for a little bit longer. It's a food shop. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we already have the kill door. I don't even think I've gotten the first key yet. So that's that's really good. So I don't have to worry about getting 60. We already got it again before I even made it through that first door. So it's great. Oh, and the other thing to think about with networking is the orbs from electrodynamics. I'm pretty sure that those mark enemies too. They died too fast for me to actually check, but I'm pretty sure they mark the enemies too. All right, so grab the key again. So we got disengagement here as part of the kit. So just in case something happens, you know, we'll be okay. I'll have time to heal in case I take a ton of damage. In case I fall off a ledge and get stuck or something happens, we do have a safeguard. So. Hoping that doesn't happen, but you know, it's good to have a plan just in case. And Sepulcher is not cursed. It's actually incentivized, which is great. Get some extra cash, which we may not need, but can't hurt. Oh, sweet. So we got big food, non-infected. Perfect. So if you want to take I know I just said I got big food. Take a quick look at my health and malaise bar. I have no malaise. So I'm killing enemies so quickly that the malaise is not even building up. So this is beautiful. This is what I love to see. I know I mentioned in that last video, you know, like 2 or 3 malaise, if you can keep it around there, that's pretty decent. But having no malaise is it's great. It also just kind of goes to show how different a build can be when you're moving fast and you're taking things out really quickly. It just kind of shows that it's really, really good. It's really good. Quick little unnecessary tech here. The ledges here that have those Z door, these things here, you can actually, instead of going all the way up to it and then going back to the entrance, you can double jump under it and grab it from there. Little speed tech to kind of save a half a second or whatever. If someone's speed running, makes a little bit of a difference, but not much for casual play. So Stilt Village is super interesting because you cover most of it. So usually what will happen is Explorer's Instinct will pop right around here. So after you get through that second big kind of building area, there might be another, like there's a 1-cell, what is it? Yeah, this 1-cell door. There's one of the ones that has the chests on it. You might find that after this large building, but usually right before you get to the end is when Explorer's Instinct pops. It doesn't pop at, you know, 90 or 75% of the level or whatever it is. So, all right. I think take a quick scan. Didn't miss anything. We're good. Be very careful here. So you have one key. The key, so if you have the Fatal Falls DLC, the Undying Shores level will show up here. If you want to go Sepulcher, make sure that you use the teleportation gate first to come down here. Because I've had runs where I've went to go to Sepulcher and just out of muscle memory, I run through and I open that door and I end up, oh, this is fantastic. I get both doors. I end up opening the Undying Shores door and then it pushes me into a level that I didn't want to go to. It's a great level. I like it a lot. It's just not. Sometimes I just am looking for something else. All right. Keep moving. I'm going to get rid of this carbine. It's a level 7, and I don't anticipate taking it. You know, it was really good for that concierge fight. I don't anticipate using it. I'm hoping to get to the giant, and we'll just keep moving. So here we go. So this is so funny. So I'm shredding right now. A lot of it is because of this E-Whip double damage, but look at this. Level 4, level 4, level 4, level 4. So all my items are level 4. So this is so funny. Like I said, I will give advice and then I'll do the opposite. So in general, you don't want to take your level 4s past a couple biomes. But I got lucky here. And the other thing that's helping too is the 40% damage on the electrodynamics. The fact that I have 3 scrolls in my amulet, the fact that I got point blank networking, like all that stuff is adding up to cover the difference between having lower gear items. But I am going to try to replace some of this stuff before I head out of here. All right, get some big money off a spoiler item here. Look at that, 2,000 bucks. All right, so we have ice armor for the curse. I don't have damned vigor, so I need to remember that. As you saw, it definitely made a big difference in Ramparts. I almost ate it when I was there. Oh boy. All right, so I'm gonna come over here, let these enemies come to me. Right. Okay. Wow, that laser was close. Wow, that was that was risky, huh? Oh boy, we could have been on the cusp of another loss here, but my God, we made it. That was, whew. It was reckless, baby. That was reckless. All right. So I'm going to leave this door here. Like I mentioned in that other video, 3 and 4 cell doors in Sepulcher have enemies behind them. So in the event that there's a second curse and I don't have enough enemies to clear it, I'll be able to go back there and take care of business before we head out. It's not the end of the world if I take a curse into Giant. I'd prefer not to, but out of all the bosses, I feel like he's the biggest pushover, especially when it comes to builds like this. What I'd love to do is grab some kind of a turret. Tesla coil would be perfect. Again, I'm not going for variety in this run. I'm going for speed and I'm going for a win. So if I can grab Tesla coil in support, we're gonna be in great shape. If I can possibly upgrade my electrodynamics. Oh, here we go. Look at this. What do we got down there? Tesla coil. Perfect. Perfect. So since it's a freebie, the gear level is going to be lower than if it was in a shop. So I think this is going to be level 9, perhaps? 8 or 9? Yeah, it's a level 8. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to keep my ice armor for the biome. Just got a on-color dual stat, so we're getting some good luck here. So I feel pretty good about that. Where are we at? 25? Okay. So 25 before going through the first door. Not bad. We have a full heal here. It does have malaise on there. Not too worried about that. Hopefully I won't need that and I can just recycle it. But, in the event that I do need it, we have it. Malaise is, where are we here? We're at about 1 tick here, so not terrible. Again, keeping it below 2 so those enemies aren't spawning in. And hopefully, yeah, I'm going to continue to kill enemies as fast as I can so that way that malaise doesn't go higher. Let's see. Yeah, you can see here we're almost down to 1. This elite is going to take more malaise off than a regular enemy. We're below 1. There we go. See, fast kills, good damage. Malaise is not an issue at all. I don't even know if a single enemy has teleported. Oops. I don't even know if a single enemy has teleported to me yet in this run. All right. All right, so we're looking for that second key. So this is a shop. So whenever you see the spider rune wall or the spider wall, whatever you want to call it, there's going to be a shop here. So since there's a Tesla coil on the map, I'm going to roll for a better electrodynamics. Let's see. One more roll. Nope. No luck. I thought for a second, I said maybe I want to take that level 10 Tesla coil, but I would prefer to save my money just in case, just in case something else comes up down the line. I do have a ton of it, but I would rather just keep with what I got. Take the free Tesla coil. Also, I want to save. I do want to save some money for possible mutation rerolls, as well as making sure I have at least 20,000 bucks in my pocket for spoiler biome, so that way I'll be able to grab a flask if I need it from the shop. This is great. These enemies aren't even having a chance to attack that much, which is it's beautiful. Did I see something in the wall over here? I did not. All right, so this should be the key door. Yeah, we're good. Good. All right, so I'm actually, there's a chance. Oh, so there's the shop. So I'm also going to hit up that shop. We have a starred enemy on the map. Just a scroll. It's fine. We'll take it. Take it if we have to. Again, I was hoping for that legendary, but you know, it's scrolls are still good, clearly. All right, so I missed a couple gems. Gonna pick these up. Again, I really don't need them, I guess, but be good to have. And then we'll hit this up. So there's no additional curses. So we got Explorer's Instinct. We're going to take a quick scan of the map here. I'm not going to go back for that gem. That's too far out of the way. There's no additional curses. So these rooms here, the 3 and 4 cell door rooms, I'm just going to go in and clear them now. I don't need to save them. I mean, ironically, we're at the end of the biome, so it wouldn't have mattered that much. But all right. So what do we got here? So again, I'm looking for maybe an infantry bow. I'm not going to grab this. The reason why I'm not going to grab this is this might be mimicked, although I didn't see the lore room, so maybe it's not mimicked. Yeah, we're fine. I was going to say, I was worried that if I grabbed that, it wouldn't, everything else wouldn't populate. Throwing knife, 26. I'm hesitant to take that. Like I said, I would like to update or upgrade my weapons, get better quality, but I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm not going to be able to kill things as quickly. This feels really good, and look at this. I mean, even though this is a level 4, everything's dying, and look at this, one shot, 2 shots. So this feels to me like a, oh my god. I'm going to put this in the backpack. I'm going to put that in the backpack. That's sick. That's ridiculous. That was ridiculous. So what I might do is I might go quad damage Firebrands and throwing knives. That might be something. That might be a sight to behold. Oh my god. But the thing is like I may not look at this. I really don't need it, right? I mean, I think that would be really funny. It would be good. But I don't think I need that extra damage, as tempting as it is, because if I were to do Firebrands and throwing knives, I get a bunch of good damage. I'd have to lose the shield if I decided to dual wield like that. And also the E-Whip is doing that shock damage. It's spreading. I'm actually really happy with what I got right now. So we're gonna keep it. And I did get the 60 door too, so we might get something good. Maybe able to find something good on our way into the giant. I'm pretty sure that is the 4 scroll amulet / level 10 item door. So let's see. See what we got. All right, how are we doing for time here? 27 minutes in game, 49 minutes recorded. Not bad. Look at that, 27 minutes to giant. I love it. Love it. Scarecrow sickles are quite good. I don't know. I might want to trade out. I might want to trade out Electrodynamics for Scarecrow Sickles. I'm moving really fast. I'm gonna take these. So because I have Tesla Coil, I'm gonna take support. I'm gonna get the shock damage from the trap. So I don't think it's that big of a loss that I'm not taking Electrodynamics with me. Scarecrow Sickles, I think, work best in builds where you're moving really fast, so that way they don't have a chance to catch up to you. So if I've been playing the way that I've been playing, these things are going to follow me around, and they're not going to stop, right? If I'm zipping around doing this, doing that, I'm going to be in pretty good shape. So let's see. So I'm going to roll biters off of this. I'm going to roll biters off of this. I'm going to recycle the quad damage. I'm going to recycle the quad damage Firebrands. Super good, but I don't want to be that risky with it. All right, what I want here, I would love to see some kind of maybe toxic cloud around the trap. Perfect. Love it. Again, I'm not touching this. So if I can get poisoned or electrified on this, that'd be nice. All right. Oh my god, so we get both. We get poisoned and electrified. Again, I'm not touching the 200 damage on this. We're in good shape. All right. So first and foremost, we're going to do disengagement. We're going to do support for the extra 49% damage being close to the trap. Point blank, plus 57% damage. So I'm not going to do the full math here. But what are we looking at here? So we're looking at 100 and, what is that, 108? Am I doing the math right? 108% extra damage from my E-Whip. Or excuse me, I should say that's actually 208 because it's got the double damage on it. So we're getting sick damage from the E-Whip based on its double damage, the additional DPS from support, the additional DPS from point blank. If I use Scarecrow Sickles, it's going to do an additional 120% damage. I'm really happy with this build. I'm very happy with this. So all we got to do is we're just going to make it through. I'm hoping for a very fast giant kill. Let's start the clock, right? Right, we're good. There's the Tesla Coil, right? Doing some nice damage. We got ourselves a phase change here. Grab this before the eye drops. Perfect. Right, I'm going to throw the Tesla Coil down again here, get a little extra damage, and call it a day. 17-second giant fight. I'll take it. I will take it. All right. So we got 29 scrolls. So here's the choice. So I can roll into Hand of the King with what I have, or I could go through High Peak Castle and try to find a better item for, try to find a higher quality main item to take with me. I'm just going to go straight to Hand of the King. Like I said, we're doing it for speed, just trying to get a win here. The timing on this run has been fantastic. We're not even at a half an hour in-game time. Excuse me. And we're getting ourselves a legendary here, so there might be something special in here. What do we got? Crusher. Crusher's good, but what we have here is going to be even better, in my opinion. All right. So 31 scrolls, Hand of the King, level 4 double damage E-Whip. On paper, maybe not the best. If you were just to look at the idea of taking an early weapon in here, again, I'm completely disregarding my own advice, but there's a good reason for it. Double damage, as you folks are seeing, with the additional point blank, the additional support damage, it's pretty decent here. So let's hope for a clean and quick Hand of the King. All right, yeah, this is good. All right, just try to get out of the way. See, I knew that was going to happen. So I'm going to heal now. Not even gonna mess with it. Again, I have plenty of money here, so I'll be able to grab the heal in the next level. All right. Dodge the attacks. Get out of the way. There we go. Okay, one big hit, but other than that, I'm very satisfied with that. Like I said, you know, we're coming into 5BC biome here with full health, 3 flasks, no malaise. I'm good. Like I did in the last video, I'm just going to take a brief moment here. After this door is 5BC spoilers, so we're going to have a 5BC level, 5BC boss. Technically spoilers, so if you don't want to see those spoilers, totally understand. If you want to click out of here, maybe come back later at another point. But if you aren't going to watch past here, I hope the past 29 minutes of gameplay has been really exciting. Quite a difference from the past couple videos that I put out. But I hope it's been enjoyable, and I hope you do take good care of yourself, and I'll see you again next time. And for everyone else, we're going in. Let's do it. All right, what are we at here? About an hour? Good. So did not get the legendary. I'm going to dump the last of my cells into here. And now I want to think more proactive here. So I'm going to take disengagement. I'm going to take point blank. And then I'm going to take Masochist, I think, is my third one. So there's a lot of those traps around. So there's spikes. There's all those lasers in the tower for the Astrolab. So I'm going to take Masochist just in case. If I was running some other kind of a build, if I didn't have E-Whip and wasn't getting such great bonus out of point blank, I would be taking Gastronomy. So I would do Gastro, take the Holy Trinity. I'd do Gastro, Disengage, and Masochist, but as is, you know, we're going to keep what we have. Take the point blank. It's been working out incredibly well. I think that was the first mutation that I took, actually, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the first mutation I took right out of the gate. So there's a good chance that I'm going to roll with that all the way through. But so if you look down to the bottom of the map, starting to get our first shop, so that could be a food shop. There is one guaranteed food shop in here, so it could be food shop, or it might be a weapons or a skill shop. So we don't know what we're gonna get, but we'll find out once we make our way down there. All right. So I'm just I'm slowing down just a bit because I do want to play a little bit more carefully here. Just in case, you know, I'm not, I know every time I say something like this, I end up getting destroyed. I'm not concerned right now. Looking for an enemy, no enemies. I'm not concerned. It's more, I just want to be cautious so that way we can guarantee ourselves a win. So what I'm doing here is different from that last survival run. I'm coming in here with the idea of protecting myself with disengagement, coming in here with the idea of protecting myself with Masochist, so that way in the event that something does go awry, we have some good stuff. Get some prevention. So, all right. So 1 elite down. All right. Whew. A little close for comfort, but we're okay. Okay, so that's it. So I know that there's no enemies, there's no traps down here. I'm just gonna slam down here, save a little bit of time to get closer to the shop. Take this one guy out here. Good. All right, so let's see. So I'm hoping for a weapons shop, and we get a trap shop. All right, so unless I get the 60 door and we find ourselves a good weapon in that 60 door, I'm gonna be taking the E-Whip all the way from the tubes to final boss. Yeah, bummer that was not something I could use, but it's all right. Okay. So is that, and we got ourselves a good scroll. So we're doing a little bit of extra damage here. Get that librarian out of the way. Perfect. So what do we got? 32. Okay. 32 is decent. Good, not great. Could be worse, but this is fine. Again, just trying to play a little smarter, utilizing the environment to my advantage, right? I'm gonna use the sickles to trigger this guy. Pull him out. There we go. All right, so we're good. So we got both keys. Gonna hit up the tower. Take a deep breath. Slow down just for a sec. Okay. All right. So yeah, so again, level 4 E-Whip, not the best idea, but if you're noticing, like, it's taking enemies out in just a couple hits. Slammers, I think, are taking 3. Librarians, 1. This guy's probably going to get taken out in 1 hit. Yeah, see? Oh, and I got myself an outfit. So we got the 1001 Nights outfit, right? Yeah, perfect. Always feels good to get a surprise blueprint. Always feels good. All right. So I'm carefully going to make my way around the other side while keeping my eye out for challenge rifts. Sometimes you find challenge rifts in here. I've oddly seen them on this particular platform a lot, and I've seen them on, I think it's on this side here. I've seen them on like the little outcroppings of platforms too. Okay. So, again, slow down. Not going to rush into anything, right? I'm going to do the opposite of what I did last night, right? Nice and easy. All right. Okay. So I'm kind of like planning this out platform by platform. So instead of just rushing up there and immediately throwing myself into danger, I'm looking to see what it is. So we have like a Magistrate of Death right up here. If I can make the platform. So I'm gonna take that out. Right, we're good. Gonna take the bomber down here. Gonna aggro it so it goes through the ceiling. We're fine. Okay, I'm gonna run to the left immediately. Right, like I mentioned in my breakdown from that other video, that's what I should have done before I took that death. So learning from my past mistakes, and we have ourselves a clear. Right? Do we have a full clear? I missed a couple enemies. I'm gonna go back for those two just in case, but we're good. All right. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So we'll take these two enemies out. You know, again, there's a very small chance that one of them may drop a weapon, and there's an even smaller chance that that weapon will be tactics, but never know. Okay. All right, so we're good. We're good with food. I think this was the... Oh, there's another enemy there. We'll grab that one. I think this was the skill shop. So what I'm going to roll for... So all the gear level here is level 12, so it's the highest that you can get. So I'm gonna roll for another Tesla coil. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go double traps. Oh, no! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! I've never seen a Mimic in the Astral Lab! Holy Jesus Christ! Oh my God, that was wild. I have never seen a Mimic in the Astral Lab. That was poetic. Beautiful. Oh my God, that caught me off guard. Imagine that. Imagine if that was the end of the run. Oh, Jesus, that was wild. All right, so what I was going to say is I think I'm going to go double traps for the collector fight since I have... Since I still have my initial E-Whip, but yeah, I'm definitely going double traps now. I don't have a choice. Wow, so I've been playing this game for a very long time. I know I've said this a bunch. I have never, in my entire Dead Cells career, seen a Mimic in the Astral Lab. I've talked to people, and people are like, hey, they exist. Like because I think I mentioned in one of my videos, I was like, I've never seen one. People are like, yo, they exist, like they're real. And now, yeah, we know that they are real. My God, that was wild. Okay. So let's think about re-rolling. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to re-roll my mutations here. Okay. And the second thing is I want to see if I can get something between these two. So they both poison the enemy, which is good. And they both do bleeding damage, which is good. But I'm not, or excuse me, they bonus damage off of bleeding, but I'm not getting either of those plus 80 to poison or anything here. So I'm going to roll this first. So we got burning oil, and this is good, and takes 25% less damage when you're near it. I may keep this, but let's actually, no, let's roll it one more time. So what I would like to do is I want to keep this here. There's a chance that I could get Toxic Cloud and plus 100% to poison on the same trap, but if I do that, if I roll, I risk losing the Toxic Cloud permanently. So I'm going to stick here. There it is. That is the affix that I was talking about. Beautiful. We get plus 80 to poison, plus 40 damage to electrified targets, generates a Toxic Cloud around the trap. That's fantastic. So the Tesla's not getting any bonus damage. So now that I have Toxic Cloud here, there's a chance I could get 80% to poison on this. I'm going to keep this. So I could roll again. The reason why I'm going to keep this, there's a little bit of DR, so we get minus 25% damage, and it also does plus 10% damage. The other thing that I'm worried about is that there's a chance that I could re-roll this and get double damage, which would be fine. I'm doing fine. That's fine. We're going to keep it. I was going to say, like, there's a chance I could get double damage, but I was okay with that. I was trying to talk myself out of it. So we're going to do disengagement. We're going to do support. And the two choices I have, so there's point blank. And then the other choice that I was thinking about would be emergency triage for safety. So I'd be losing extra damage from the E-Whip. But because I'm getting so much extra damage again, so we're going to do plus 51% from support. The double crossbow-matic's doing an extra 120% damage, plus 10% from Tesla Coil. It may be worth the safety of taking emergency triage. I have 4 full heals, which means I have 4 shields. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. So DPS-wise, it would be smarter to take point blank. I'm going to take triage for the safety. Again, the reason why I recorded this video so early in the morning, the reason why I've been thinking about it is I want to make sure that we pull this off. So we're going to do it. All right, so here's the big blue boy. We're kin here. We both got the same we both got the same color scheme. All the cells, it's beautiful. All right, so what are we doing? We're throwing the traps down immediately. Going to start attacking, and then watch to see what his first attack is. What do we got? Okay, my least favorite. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. Now look at that. Look at that damage just going down. So even without point blank, we're just getting some monster damage right here. This is beautiful. Okay. Okay. So I didn't want to throw the traps down there because I wanted to put them here. So that way we could take those enemies out quicker. We'll get the second heal here. Biters are doing a little bit of damage. That's great. Let's see if we can get that third heal before he changes. No, we can't. That's okay. We'll probably get it right here. There it is. Okay. So this is perfect timing. We're going to be taking traps into the last phase. I'm looking for a drop flask right here. Nope. All right. Triage for the shield. Okay. Not worried. We're doing good. We're doing good. Here it comes. Right there. Oh my god, this is taking so... There it is. Okay. Whew. That's so funny. There we go. Almost flawless. Almost lost the run. How funny is that, huh? All right, we're good. Listen, it wouldn't be one of my runs if something awful didn't happen at some point, right? If I almost if I didn't botch a run, it wouldn't be a DG run, right? But hey, we did it. We did it. I feel really good about that. I just had a feeling when I got up this morning, I was like, dude, you can pull this out. You can make it happen. And I did it with a level 4 double damage E-whip. So that was pretty special. So hopefully this commentary was fun. Hopefully it was helpful for everybody. We got a win. I mentioned at the end of the last video I was going to buy myself a cake. I didn't do that. I didn't have time between 11 o'clock last night and 7 o'clock this morning to go out and get a cake. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to make myself some breakfast. I'm going to have a celebratory bagel instead of a cake. I'm going to start my day. I'm going to get things moving. And yeah, I feel really good about that. I feel good about that. So again, hopefully this video was helpful. A little bit on the shorter side compared to the last one. We're just pushing a little bit over an hour. I didn't actually look. Let me just look real quick. I didn't actually see what the final was on that. What are we looking at for a final? 37 minutes and 30 seconds. So that doesn't include times in shops, times in menus, map, between biomes and stuff like that. But sub 40 clear is decent time. So I feel really good about that. So anyways, thank you all for watching. Again, this may be part 2 of a 2-part series. So if you watch both of those videos, that's over 3 hours of runs and over 3 hours of commentary. Hope you've enjoyed it all. Hope you're well. Again, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for being a part of the community. I appreciate you. Appreciate your time. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Good luck out there. I'll catch you next time.